It was actually quite calm for most of it. It helped, I suppose, having a bit of familiarity with Darcy. We had a good partnership last game, and we both understand each other's games pretty well. We've played a fair bit together now over the last 12 months, and I suppose it was actually quite calm for a lot of that. We had an idea to try and get the required run rate down to we wanted to try 100 off the last 8. And we were able to just bat well enough, like with good cricket shots, and hit the loose ball and target certain balls and get it down to, I think it was 104 off 10. So we probably exceeded our expectations a little bit there, and from there we were just able to control the run rate. They bowled a couple of good overs. I think Cronulla was able to hold us back in certain periods and bowl some good overs, but we were able to sort of, I suppose, cash in on different overs and just hit a boundary at the right time, which doesn't always happen. But I suppose in a ground like this, where it's a bit smaller, it's fast outfield, and a big wicket square where the ball sort of speeds off, it's you can get runs pretty quickly here just by good cricket shots. Yeah, I suppose it was a pretty quick turnaround from last game. I was a bit disappointed. I left a few out there, but I still think I took the right option. And in different shoes today, I suppose Darcy got out at a time where it could have also unravelled, but I suppose there was no run-outs or anything like that to sort of cause that chaos through the middle and get two new batters. So that was the key thing, I suppose, when he got out. So him getting out didn't really faze me too much at all, but it was just about making sure we built a partnership really fast, and there was no dot balls through that period. We were able to sort of still keep the scoreboard ticking over and keep the run rate in check, and that was really key. And I suppose the difference the other night, when you lose your 2 set batters, it can turn to chaos pretty quick, and that was just the difference, I suppose, tonight. It was just the onus was on me to bat through, and Pete did a great job at the other end to keep the board ticking. Never really got stuck at any stage, and was able to keep being busy and get me back on stride. You're right, I've been over here a lot of times and haven't felt a whole lot of success. We had a great chance in 2013. We had that amazing series where we had a record amount of runs, and it came down to the last game here when Rowan got a double 100, and we tried to chase 380, and I think James Fortner got 100 in that game, and went down to the wire again. And that was one of the best series I've ever played in, and to not win that is probably just a sign of we played such good cricket that tour. We had a great team, and India still beat us, and that's how difficult it is to win over here. So to win the first 2 games of the tour and start us really well, it is a tough place to come. The crowd's crying out Kohli and Dhoni non-stop throughout the whole time, even when they're not batting. It's a tough place. It's the different conditions, I suppose, to home, and it takes you have to adapt pretty quickly once you get over here. And I credit to the whole guys. They've trained so hard and worked so hard to get to this position, and we haven't had a lot of success over the last 9-10 months, and to start to sort of go back on that up curve and start to win some series again. Won the recent one against Sri Lanka at home, and we're able to win this side now. Winning momentum's really good momentum, and if we can keep that going towards the World Cup, it's only going to hold us in good stead. No, I was always trying to attack him. I suppose we got to the stage of I think we needed 43 or 44 off the last 4 overs, and he came back on, and it was I suppose a key over. If that only goes for 4 or 5, all of a sudden you need 13 and over, and it only takes 6 good Yorkers from him to push that up to 18, 19 and over, and that can be quite difficult to get in the last 2 overs, or the 2 other overs. So I was just hoping that he missed a couple of times and I could sort of pounce on that, and he's done me a fair few times in T20 cricket to his credit, especially playing for Mumbai, and he's got me out a few times, but I've sort of changed my approach to him a little bit, and been able just to wait for a ball that's slightly off and try and capitalise on that. And I was able to get in for 2 boundaries in that over and keep the run rate in check, and I was able to target Siddharth's next over, and then we only needed 14 off 12 balls, which sort of made the next over, as long as we didn't lose any wickets, I felt we were pretty comfortable for the last. I think the fact that we've played a lot of Big Bash heading into this, having a lot of T20 cricket, you've got a pretty good idea. I've been batting at 4 for the Stars. I'm familiar with my role. obviously been coming at 2 down in the T20 side for the last 12 months. It's a consistent role for me. I think once I get that consistency of role, I think you can actually start to see consistency of performances, and I think that's probably what's led to this. And as I said, the Big Bash playing before that gives me a bit of confidence coming into this tour, and yeah, I think the conditions today were really nice for batting. It was a nice wicket. There was a little bit of turn there, but not too much. A couple held up, but the quicks were quite a lot easier to face on this sort of wicket, where last game the ball was keeping low. It was reverse swinging. It was quite difficult work. So the conditions were a lot different this game, and yeah, just I suppose cashed in when it counted.